Hey, it's Tom from Inspiration Metalworks, and I'm on my way to SouthTec. Alright, I lied. I'm actually on my way home from SouthTec, but I did start video at the beginning of the trip, so let's rewind a little bit. Let's start there. Alright, well, we're on our way down to SouthTec. I've never been before, so I saw all sorts of posts about West Tech and everybody going out there, and then saw that SouthTec was coming up, and there's a couple people that are going to be there that I wanted to see. Hopefully, I'll catch up with David Burrell and go ahead and catch up with him, see how things are going with his stuff. If you don't know his channel, it's Neo7 CNC. If you haven't seen his channel before, it's a phenomenal channel. I highly recommend you check it out. But yeah, so the big point of going down there, though, is to make some relationships. I mean, that's part of running a business, right? Is getting in front of people that you are likely going to engage at some point for your business, right? So my personal goals are to see if there are any machine dealers there. I want to find out a little bit more about some other machines that are out there, and also to do a little bit of networking, link up with other people who are doing this stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. So anyways, I'm gonna keep at it. It's about a 4-hour drive for me to get down there, so I'll get down there around lunchtime today. I'm staying overnight, and we'll catch most of the day tomorrow and coming back. So I will do my best to chronicle the cool stuff that I see and make it available to everybody. Again, this is my first time going out there, so it'll be interesting to see. Anyways, back at it. All right. Well, that was an interesting trip. We're making our way back to North Carolina, and I'm really glad I came down for this. I wasn't sure I was going to, but I'll be honest, it was worth it. Had a few hiccups along the way. Got down here and found out that my hotel reservation never processed properly. It looked like it had on my side, but it hadn't. So I had no hotel. In fact, I had to drive 2 hours away in order to find a hotel because the conference had booked everything. So that was fun. I was exposed to a lot of new ideas this week. Different ways of work holding. I checked out some air purification systems for the plasma system. I talked to the folks at Autodesk and got an in-depth view of their CMM
I would be very
system.
interested in this. Not that I'm not. But
It's kind of a unique thing, though.
yeah.
It's relatively new.
It's pretty impressive.
So ZCAT's like its own company, but it's like a sister company of Fowler.
Missed it.
Yeah, I'm out of position a little bit.
Yeah.
By the way, I guess it's not a CMM system per se, but it's the way they can help do metrology, automated metrology based on your CAD models that you have. So it all ties together. So that was pretty good. Got to see the Fusion stuff in action as well. Of course, I'm a big Fusion supporter. What else did I see? Just kind of work holding. An awful lot of different work holding. I spent some time with the Mighty Bite folks. I spent some time with another fixturing company, and I'll put a card up for those guys because I don't remember the name off the top of my head, and frankly, trying to focus on the road. But so let's talk a little bit about just SouthTec as a whole. SouthTec was more along what I was expecting from a trade show than some of the other ones I've been to. I've been to other manufacturing trade shows, and they were targeted more at almost like an outsourcing kind of thing. And what I mean by that is, if you had a product that you wanted to make, it got everybody together that could help you make that product. And this SouthTec was designed more for the people who are doing the actual fabrication or milling or machine work, right? So that was targeted more at guys like me. So that was good. You walk in, and the very first thing you see is the Haas booth, which for me was good because I wanted to talk to my Haas rep anyways, and so I did. I got a chance to talk to Steve for a while, as well as another person who's going to be coming in to replace him as he retires. So it was good. Little warm transition there. Let's talk tooling for a minute. I spent a little bit of time talking to tooling representatives from a variety of spots. Let's see. The one that I wanted to call out initially was actually one that I don't think a lot of people, at least not a lot of people that I talk to, know about them. That's Kyocera. So I talked to my sales rep for Kyocera tools, and although he's not the direct sales, so they go through a reseller. Frankly, he's been a great guy, very helpful. He's been coming by since before I had the surgery on my back, so what's that, 2.5 years now, almost 3 years. He's been coming by, and he's been able to point me in the right direction for a variety of tooling needs. So, and he got me in touch with local distributors and things like that. So Brian is an awesome guy, and if you haven't tried Kyocera's cutting tools, give them a shot. They're actually pretty good, and at the price point, excuse me, I'm pretty happy with them. Who else did I talk to? All the big names that you would expect to be there were there. Iskar was there, Kennametal was there, Goering was there. So brief discussions with those guys, but frankly, it was one of those things where there were a lot of people at the show. So tooling vendors though that I didn't expect to see and did are I talked to the folks from Travers Tool. Travers was there. I don't know if you guys have been using Travers or not, but I have been using them for a while, not a terribly long time, a year or so. I want to say it was Tom Lipton that turned me on to these guys, and I get fairly good turnaround on that stuff. And they've got a new line of tools, or maybe it's not new, but it was new to me. I recently got a boring bar set of theirs, and they have their own brand of tools that they sell as well as name brand stuff. And it was really good. I was very pleasantly surprised. And they were the only vendor who gave me something substantial as a giveaway. And okay, so it's not, actually, let me see if I can find it without getting us in a car accident. There we go. Who doesn't need a deburring tool, right? So yeah, it was kind of cool. But then, not far from there was Shars. And I tell you what, say what you will about Shars tooling, and you'll find this with any vendor. There's good stuff and there's not, and there's bad stuff, or not as good. Shars has gone a long way to improve the quality of their equipment and their tooling, and more often than not, I look at Shars' website first, and and go from there. Oh, I went over and looked at the. There was I don't necessarily want to call it a student section, but it was more along the lines of a. Well, I guess it was kind of a student section. It was more the displays were set up as almost like a show and tell of what's happening around. So there was robotics stuff, different Skills USA was there. I talked to them for a little while. demonstrations of different programmable robots that these guys had made themselves. The students had built themselves. There was a welding demo, a welding simulator demo. Some pretty cool 3D printing stuff that was there. And I mean, I tell you, when you start looking at 3D printers that have a build volume, and we're talking about it in terms of meters, that was impressive. You know, that was something else. So yeah, I was shocked to see this thing, and it was nice. I mean, it was the largest benchy I have ever seen in my life. There was lots of cool stuff, robotics stuff. I checked out a weld robot, because one of the products that actually it's Marty that makes it. Although I had been making it for him, and then now I've just been cutting it, and he's been doing the welding himself. But it's a 30-inch. It's a 30-inch round part that has there's an outer rim that gets welded on. There's the center hub plus the support braces on, and it's both sides, the A and B side, right? So it's an awful lot of welding. All right, well, all in all, I'd say it was a successful trip. I got done the things that I wanted to do. You know, it's always tough coming into stuff like this, because you come into it with an idea or maybe 15 punch list items you want to do, and then you get on the floor, you might as well just throw it out the window, because frankly, if the show is any good, you are slightly surprised by what you're seeing. Not just, I mean, there's some stuff I knew I was going to see, right? But they did a good job. It opened some eyes. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to call this one a win. With that, let's wrap it up. I know this one was a little on the long side, but I wanted to share my thoughts and how everything went, and just give you guys a glimpse of, you know, what was going on, but then also my thought process around it at the same time, you know. So with that, I'm going to sign off before I get run over by this truck. See ya.